Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you know that watermelon is one of the most beloved fruits around the world? Not only that, it's also a symbol uniquely American. Every year, over 100 million tons of watermelon are consumed globally, and in the US alone, farmers produce up to 4.2 million tons of this juicy fruit. Whether you're slicing watermelon for a summer picnic, blending it into a refreshing juice, or participating in seed spitting contests, watermelon is a must-have for many. But have you ever wondered how American farmers manage to grow and harvest such large amounts of watermelon to meet our needs? From planting the seeds to seeing these giant fruits on supermarket shelves, the journey of a watermelon is truly an exciting adventure. And all this is made possible through modern agricultural technology, meticulous planning, and a bit of traditional manual labor. In today's video, we'll explore this process from start to finish, from planting, harvesting, to the processing of watermelons in factories. Get ready to dive into the world of watermelon farming and discover how these sweet fruits make it to your table. Let's get started now. To grow delicious watermelons, you need good soil. Farmers begin by preparing the soil, ensuring it is well-drained and nutrient-rich. Watermelons favor sandy soil, which allows water to drain easily. The soil is thoroughly plowed to remove any rocks or debris that might hinder the growth of the watermelon vines. Farmers also test the soil's pH, ideally aiming for a range between 6.0 and 6.5, and add organic matter like compost to ensure the plants have the nutrients they need. Watermelon planting typically starts in the spring, when the soil has warmed to about 70 degrees Celsius, about 21 degrees Celsius. Farmers plant watermelon seeds in rows, spaced enough to allow vine growth. These aren't just any seeds, they are carefully selected for disease resistance and their ability to produce sweet, juicy fruits. Seeds are planted about an inch deep, and as the plants start to grow, they are nurtured with a perfect balance of water and sunlight. When the plant has grown its first cotyledons, usually after about 10 days, the farmer will take the seedlings out to plant on a large farm. Before planting, farmers use machines to create ridges in the field, making it easier to harvest later. Farmers then wrap the soil in plastic to help prevent weeds and prevent water from evaporating. Farmers bring in seedlings that are strong enough to be planted on a large farm, and the planter makes holes in the plastic so farmers can easily put in the seedlings. Watermelons, as their name suggests, require plenty of water to thrive. However, too much water can lead to waterlogging, so farmers must maintain a proper balance. Many use a drip irrigation system, which delivers water directly to the roots, helping the plants grow without being overwhelmed. As the watermelon vines spread, they form a massive green carpet across the fields. As the watermelon plants grow, farmers closely monitor them for any signs of pest attacks or diseases. Besides watering, farmers also need to fertilize plants regularly to ensure growth. Watermelon needs a balance of nitrogen, phosphate, and nitrogen fertilizers to grow evenly. When the vines start flowering, it's a sign that the watermelons are on their way to developing. Bees play a crucial role at this stage, pollinating the flowers to help the fruits form. Farmers can directly pollinate flowers by hand to increase pollination efficiency. After about 70 days, plump, round watermelons will appear in the fields. Before harvesting begins, farmers need to ensure that the watermelons are ripe and ready. But how do they know when the watermelons are ripe? They rely on a few tricks, such as checking the ground spot, the part of the fruit that touches the ground. If this spot has turned from white to yellow, it's a good sign that the fruit is ripe. They also tap on the watermelon. If it sounds hollow, it might be ready. Finally, they check the tendrils near the fruit. If they have dried up, it's time to start harvesting. The harvesting process takes place about 3 months after planting. With signs like the one just now, farms will put machines into harvesting. Because harvesting watermelons requires great care, machines are only a means of support. farmers still have to directly harvest the melons to ensure that the melons are not scratched. Watermelon harvesting machines are only available on large farms, while on small farms, farmers harvest watermelons by hand and only have trucks to move them around. Harvesting watermelons is no small feat. These fruits can weigh between 10 to 50 pounds, so the process requires a combination of manual labor and machinery. Farmers use specialized harvesting machines that gently lift the watermelons from the ground, but most of the work is still done by hand. Workers carefully harvest the watermelons and load them onto trucks for transport. Different farms use different types of harvesting machinery, but they all essentially serve as transport vehicles. These machines all have conveyor belts, which allow workers to place watermelons on them, and the conveyor belts will automatically transport the watermelons to the truck. Besides the conveyor belts, there is another type of machine that has a rotating conveyor belt on which farmers will put the watermelons after harvesting. Still following the old formula, farmers below cut the melons, put them on the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt puts the watermelons into boxes. Basically, watermelon harvesters do not increase farmers' productivity, so some farms still apply manual harvesting. Farmers stand in a line, throwing watermelons from hand to get the watermelons onto the truck, without wasting much time and effort. Highly skilled workers can reach out and catch a watermelon. The trucks were filled with ripe watermelons, ready to be transported to be sold to make a profit for the farmers. After harvesting, watermelons are transported to factories for processing in large quantities. The watermelon sorting conveyor in the factory operates as an automated system designed to ensure that watermelons are accurately and efficiently sorted before moving on to subsequent stages such as packaging or processing. Watermelons are loaded onto the conveyor from the harvesting area or factory input. The conveyor moves continuously, carrying the watermelons along the production line. The watermelons are transported gently to avoid damage from collisions or pressure. As watermelons move on the conveyor, they pass through automatic sensor systems or scanners. These devices are capable of analyzing the watermelons based on criteria such as size, shape, color, and even ripeness. The system may use camera technology, laser beams, or optical sensors to scan the entire surface of the watermelons. Based on the information gathered from the sensors, the system sorts the watermelons into different groups. For example, larger watermelons might be separated from smaller ones. The sorting system can use dividers, robotic arms, or auxiliary conveyors to redirect watermelons to separate trays or conveyors depending on their category. Watermelons that do not meet standards, such as being too small, misshapen, or showing signs of damage, are automatically removed from the conveyor. After sorting, the watermelons are moved to the packaging or processing area. Here, the watermelons will be labeled and put into large crates. Finally, they are taken to the shipping warehouse, loaded onto trucks, and ready to go into the supermarket. In addition, the processing of watermelon into juice is also handled in the factory. First, the watermelon is washed with water. The conveyor belt has small holes to help the watermelon drain. Then the workers will directly peel the watermelon, leaving only the inside. Modern machines will squeeze the watermelon juice. Then they will be put into the packaging line into a product that looks like this. Finally, the delicious watermelon juice bottles will be packed into separate cartons. Now you have the whole story of how American farmers harvest 4.2 million tons of watermelon each year. From soil preparation to processing in factories, it's a journey that requires dedication, precision, and a lot of hard work. So the next time you enjoy a juicy slice of watermelon on a hot summer day, remember all the effort that helped bring this sweet fruit to your table. Thank you for joining me throughout this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more exciting insights into the world of agriculture. Goodbye. See you in the next video.